Okay. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm still being tracked and I'm being followed around like crazy. It's really bad. So I just want to cover myself and cover my ass and make sure these videos are up. So I've been being tracked for 5-6 years now since I started the YouTube channel. Actually, even before that, I had a feeling about it, but I really wasn't bad enough for me to ever prove it. Now it's so heavy that it's just ridiculous. So it's going to be like any day now they're going to come take me out. I don't know. It just seems like it seems pretty obvious to me now. So anyways, I wanted to just say that there's this little spot of land up the street from where my kids live, and I talked about it in other videos. Now, it's right next to that small house that's up the street here. I'll bring you over and show you in a minute. It's going to get loud when I drive over there or ride over there or whatever. But anyways, this lot was all trees for many years. It was just trees there. And then all of a sudden, about a little over a year ago, someone came and cut all the trees down, and it was a lot. Now, people used to park on that side of the road there, but you never know. It could have just been somebody pulling over to the side of the road or whatever. But it's quite often. So now, when it turned into being a dirt lot, then it turned out to be more often than you would see a car sitting there in the dirt lot. And that went on for about, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 months. Maybe like 3 or 4 months. It was just a dirt lot, and then all of a sudden one day it was a paved lot. They came in and paved it in one day, stoned it, paved it, whatever. I didn't see anybody. But anyways, I ran into the homeowner that owns the house next to this lot. I thought it was his, and I said, "Oh, you added a big driveway onto your driveway." He said, "That's not my driveway." He said, "You can see where my driveway ends and where that started." He's like, "I don't know who bought that. Somebody bought it, took all the trees down, and then one day he went to work, came home, and there was a fucking parking lot there, small parking lot, enough for 2 vehicles. And sometimes you would see 2 vehicles. And that's why I know I can put these two of these agencies are working together, because that's where they park when they talk to each other. And they both cars were pulling next to each other. It was mostly the two-tone Subaru that guy with the long white hair was driving. He must be, I'm assuming, he must be one of the supervisors of the insurance investigators, I'm assuming, something like that. He's the one carrying all the paperwork. He's the one doing all that. But I found another use for this area, for this little spot. I found another use for it. It started after I realized that they were droning. They had these little tiny fucking drones. So I seen one the other night, and they have to have a light. The weird thing I can't figure out yet is I'm again assuming that the white light is needed in order to use these things at nighttime. So if they're going to run them at night, they need to have the infrared lights on. So they must have to mix that with some other lights, because otherwise it would be a red light, right? A red steady light. So there's still some questions that I have, but they're definitely drones. And then it got me to thinking about other times where I seen similar things, where I seen through the yard, I would see a little light in the tree, and I walked up thinking that there was going to be something in the tree, either a light bulb or something of that nature, you know. Something of that nature I thought would be there. And then it turned out not to be. So I couldn't find nothing in the tree, in other words. But I didn't even think of drones. I just saw a little light. I thought maybe, you know, thinking like a normal person, I thought, well, maybe there was somebody up in the tree that, you know, and showed a light by accident or something. I wasn't even thinking drone at that time. But now that I've seen the drones, I'm just going to pick up my cell phone so people see me talking. They don't think I'm talking to this camera. Yeah, so anyways, alright, I'll just drive down there. Yep. spot coming up right here. Right here. See the difference in the driveways? Because that driveway belongs to this guy. And this parking lot here, probably enough for 6 or 7, 8 cars actually. So this whole lot right here, this was all trees like that. And I'll just point out that another thing is, now that right on the other side of these trees is the friend's house that I'm staying in. That's the one I was saying that, and they know this now anyways, because they already tracked my phone and they're already watching his house now too, so it doesn't really matter that I'm telling you this, because I'm not naming addresses or anything anyway. But right on the other side of these trees is the house that I was staying in. My friend's getting a divorce, and I can still stay there. I mean, I'm still staying there here and there, but mostly to do this surveillance on these people who are surveilling my entire family. So, so I can come right through here. I can come right through these trees, and I can watch these guys sitting here in their cars. So I don't come out because there's a lot of leaves around, and I'll make noise and stuff like that. But I can definitely get up to them with my camera, and I've been doing that, and that's how I'm confirming that it's the same faces. So I'm seeing the same faces in different cars, because once I go online, and that's how I know that they're watching my videos for sure. And they're also, because this is how I communicate with them, is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And then they react to whatever I do, and then I react to whatever they do. And it's this little fucking game that we're playing. So I know who 2 of the agencies are. The third one, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck they're trying to get me on. But two of the other ones, I do know where they're coming from now and stuff like that, and what they're all about. And they ain't got shit on me. Again, that's why I'm pointing out. I mean, I'm fucking 50-something years old, and I've got maybe 7 years worth of work history combined throughout my life. I've been supported by girlfriends and friends and shit over the years, and I don't buy into that system that you guys all buy into. So that's one of the things they're coming at me about, I'm sure. And then, which is ridiculous because I'm overpaid as far as the money goes and stuff like that, of what I might owe them financially. I'm overpaid. Maybe they can put on penalties and violations and all that kind of shit, but still, even in the end, after the lawyer's paid and everything, after I pay the lawyer and all that shit, I mean, that's ridiculous. My point is these people are spending tens of thousands of dollars, maybe more. If I can prove that this fucking lot was set up just to surveil me, a nobody, it makes absolutely no fucking sense. No sense at all. Because, yeah, let me bring this up a little bit. I'll show you the rest of the lot. So anyway, so here's what I'm thinking. So this lot is a perfect place to run the fucking drones that I seen. Okay, so if the whole neighborhood that he's running these drones is over here, I'm going to show you guys how easy this is and how they're doing this. And I am a little bit amazed by how small this drone was, and I'm amazed that I never noticed it before, because I just never would have thought. I mean, I got friends that have drones, and they're big, and they make noise, and all this kind of stuff. They got propellers on them that go, you know, you'll hear the noises of them. This thing is totally fucking silent. I don't know how I have no idea how they're flying this thing. I mean, knowing what I know about the electromagnetic nanocarbon system, I would guess they're flying it on reverse magnetism. But if that's the case and they are using that, that's kind of risky. Because if they ever crashed one and someone found it in the woods and said, hey, what's this? Unless it's not recognizable to us, I don't know. Because it was, you know, it was 700-800 feet away maybe or something. I don't know what the distance was. Something like that maybe. Above the trees. But I'm going to show you now. I'm going to bring you down the hill. I'm going to show you where they were flying the drone and how easy this would be. So if you go set the drone up down the hill where I'm going to show you, and you come back up here, park your car here, you can run the drone for as long as you want over those trees. So if it's a 2-3 hour battery life or whatever it's running on, you can run the fucking drone that way. And they're such small drones, and they probably wouldn't need shit for a battery. This is a very small, light thing. I mean, I would say smaller than a half ink pen. Like if you took one of those ink pens apart and the other side of it, I don't think I would have even seen it that night if it wasn't for the light on it, you know. So anyways, so I'm gonna go down the road. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more. So anyway, so this is a great place to you know, park and watch and see when your target is gonna drive by you, and maybe you're gonna follow him around, do your shit, you know. So it's very espionage. There's, just to show you, there's right there, back there, is the back of my buddy's house. That's how close they are. Okay, so right here on the right and the left is where I usually was setting up cameras in the woods, and I was catching them. And I'll mention this too because it's pretty funny. When I was doing that, this is how you know they were in my computers. And I knew already they were in my computers anyway. But this is how I know for sure, because once I posted that, they deleted them. Those videos that showed them going through were deleted off my phone before they could even upload to YouTube. The only one that they allowed to upload to YouTube was the one that they were not going through. I had 4 videos of these guys going back and forth, following me through the camera, and the camera was hidden right there in those trees. And on that one day, I can't hide the camera in the same place every day. They'll just go take my camera on me, you know what I mean? But I'm hiding the camera in different places to catch them going by. But it's kind of useless because they own the fucking internet. They own the system. You know, they're part of the fucking system that I'm trying to call out. All 3 agencies are part of this fucked up system, you know? So there's no winning. There's no fucking winning. I'm going to get taken out for sure over the next couple days, most likely a week, maybe, I don't know. But they're here now, real big time. So that means they were in my cell phone, because that's what I was uploading with, the cell phone with the camera in it. It's the only cell phone that I have left from the old days, right? Now, the new cell phone camera, if I was to go get one, I already learned from this already, just like this phone. I went and got a new flip phone, right? You go get a new flip phone because these you can take the battery out of. Doesn't matter. They can still track you through it. How do I know that? Because I would post stuff, and then when the phone calls would come in, first of all, as soon as I get the new number, within 2 hours, I'm already getting the calls from their boys, so I already know. Then nobody else has my phone number. Nobody. I gave them out the 3. Nobody meaning no family, no friends, nobody, nobody that I know in life. The only people that I gave the number to before they started calling me was my 2 kids and my wife. And so that means they're in their phones in order to have my new number. If not, then that means that they are part of the phone company scam, part of, which is also totally believable. I don't know which it is. It could be either or, it could be both, because obviously if they're in the computer and they're in Google and internet and all that shit, and they're on my YouTube channel, they take over my YouTube channels, they delete whatever videos they want off my YouTube channels. Now I know why. I used to think that it was like I caught some, and I used to always say, it's kind of funny. I mean, what's the difference between these moon videos and those moon videos? What's the difference between these clouds and those clouds that they don't like? Because I couldn't see, what was so special. I'm showing spectacular fucking things through all the time. So to me, every video is special. So what made those? Well, obviously someone was walking through it that couldn't be seen on my videos, all that kind of shit. So that's exactly what they're doing whenever I get their faces on camera. So now what I had to do is I had to set up a Rumble channel, and I'm not going to be able to use this phone here that I'm doing this video. I can't, because they're already in it. And if they do turn out to be in this cell phone, the only thing I can do next is I have to go get a new throwaway phone, start it up at someone else's house, a friend's house or something like that, and put it in someone else's name. Because even this phone is not in my name, and it's also a different address and everything, and a new address, but it still keeps coming up that way. So doesn't matter what you do. So they got me fucking coming, and they got me going. Nothing, I can't win. So this is their time, by the way. This is their time frame where they're usually coming around. So I'll let you know. I'm gonna shut this off for a minute though. Yeah, it's about their time. So I'll let you know. Fuck around on the street a little bit, and I'll show you a couple other things.